Kanwarias are new for those of us who are from Dehradun. Because when we used to come to Delhi, they were there, but it was not this weaponized.
Some videos, they're really beating the cops.
To what extent do you think it is inevitable that religion will inform law?
Regular folks are having to suffer, whether it's restaurants. Routinely they'll come and make a ruckus. Who's serving me? Is he Muslim? Is he not?
But I remember since this government had come, Pracharaks go on Kanwar with their thing. So it has become a bit organized and institutional.
It has state patronage. I know that funds are given to laws pandering to religion or accommodating religion. Like one of what we just said, that the Kanwar's vandalism is being suppressed.
Oh.
Now, for what reason? Is it because they don't want violence, but there's enough violent videos out there which still continue unchecked? And in light of the court saying that the High Court, Bengal High Court, right? That the heavens will not fall if madrasas sing Vande Mataram. Now, this whole thing that, heavens won't fall. I mean, heavens won't fall if there is criticism of judges also. But
if a book simply says that there's corruption in judiciary, heavens did fall for all the lords.
Heavens won't fall for a lot of reasons, but that is not what is the measure of law.
Yes.
It's not whether heavens fall or not. It is it my right to sing something or not to sing something? Similarly, because this may outrage a certain community whose, government is pandering to that, base, they do not want that video to go viral because it shows the Kanwars in a bad light, especially when Yogi has said that if you want to learn Anushasan, learn it from the Hindu. I mean, I don't know which
also, in some videos, they're really beating the cops up. The one in Meerut.
Of course.
And that cop is, signaling for backup and they're just smashing the hell out of... So, it's out of control. Now, I don't know whether, while coming to office, they've started cordoning off half the road for the Kanwars here as well.
Oh.
And every year I see there's some mayhem here. I mean, I don't know, with the kind of rain, maybe we should... I mean, the peak will be in another week. I don't get it. Like, while you can... Because Kanwars are new for those of us who are from Dehradun. Because when we used to come to Delhi, they were there. But it was not this weaponized kind of... We will come and take over of... Although that was the case in Bombay. There used to be a lot of violence on the streets, and there was no social media.
Ganesh Chaturthi.
During Ganesh Chaturthi. That was the time where the proletariat would rise and say, the streets belong to us. So I think it's an interesting, sociological study of inequality being balanced in this month.
In these festivals.
You think you'll push us around all year, we'll push you around for this amount of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is another way of looking at it.
Except I think now even regular people are getting a little fed up because in Lucknow, for example, that school bus was stoned with little kids inside. So I think that whole class angle now is difficult for people to digest because it's not just the elite who are being inconvenienced because of a traffic jam or because they can't take their cars out, but regular folks are having to suffer, whether it's restaurants. Routinely they'll come and make a ruckus. Who's serving me? Is he Muslim? Is he not? Somebody touched you, then go.
Even eggs.
Yeah. School children, and those kids were very traumatized, yeah.
Yes,
the whole van was, it was like all the shishas were broken and they were just standing there. So I think regular folks are also a little irritated now. The fact, but I do find this whole thing quite fascinating. And I had said this long time ago, when we were discussing this Love Charger Baba. Why do so many people go there for these concerts? And the fact is that India, there are very few public spaces where people can let go. Like not everyone can afford a Burning Man festival or what is that, Alcesar, what is the festival?
It's called Magnetic Field.
Magnetic Fields where you can do your trance and, your drugs or whatever. So this is in some way the poor person's Burning Man or...
Exactly.
Magnetic fields, and you come out, you have a blast, you can claim the streets. There's a sort of, you're policed so much in India in terms of how you can behave in public. For regular folks, how do you sit you can't even sit in a garden with your lover, hold hands. There'll be somebody with a CT coming after you. So I think this is one way in which people kind of just express themselves, but it's a bit of a nuisance.
I would like to make an important announcement because we are launching the Give Us Our 1947 campaign. As you know, it is going to be Independence Day soon, and independence means a lot of things to a lot of us. But one thing about independence I had never really thought of till the brilliant, always insightful Josie Joseph enlightened me when I was interviewing him on his book, Birth of a Nation. And he said this.
Indian independence, as I know, I think it has become a cliche for me to say that. I think it's the greatest triumph of journalism in human history.
Independence itself.
Yeah, every freedom fighter being a journalist. Gandhi founded 4 newspapers.
That's
Ambedkar,
interesting. I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah, Ambedkar 4, Nehru 1, Kesari. From Gadar movement to you take any movement across India or the world, they may have been, sailors and migrants and doctors and lawyers, but they were all journalists. Journalists who held their pen against the mightiest of the empire, right? And Gandhi was a leading journalist of the time, the most prolific of the guys.
So I didn't realize either a lot of freedom fighters were journalists or many freedom fighters became journalists because it was a way to fight for freedom. So as Josie said, India's independence is the biggest feat that journalism has accomplished in the history of the world. And since journalists or people who transition into journalists got us freedom, and today's journalism is doing the opposite, we ask you to give us our 1947 back. You freed journalism, just like journalism freed India all those years ago. So we have a special discount, a 1,947 subscription. Do subscribe. You also get these stickers, so you can proudly tell the world, or you can give it to your friends, that you pay to keep news free. It's very important. Think about it. Share this with your friends and relatives.
I just realized that something has changed, and what has changed, one of the factor is this. When I was going to Shakha as a young kid, so I went in a lab last week we talked about. Kanwariyas were looked at as gundas. We are not supposed to mix with them. We are disciplined. Never it did happen. We literally used to look at people from BJP, Bajrang Dal and Kanwariya with disdain. वो अनुशासित लोग नहीं हैं. But I remember since this government had come, pracharaks go on Kanwar with their thing. So it has become a bit organized
It
and
has state
institutional.
patronage. I know that funds are given to specific Kanwar Yatras, etc. State funds are given.
Yeah.
But
So
this disdain also has to do with caste. A lot of Dalit OBC participation in
That was at a
Kanwars.
caste angle.
So there is this Brahmin snootiness to it that these guys don't really know religion, they're not really following. So there is that angle to it also.
no,
I
I'm
feel.
giving you the Shakha perspective. It was not about caste. It was that
Which is Brahmin only. Shakha so
no.
matlab mostly.
I was going to Shergadi Shakha in Meerut. Shergadi we know. That's not thing. I started the Shakha there. We have.
But there is a
mainstream-
definite caste
but-
angle to it.
Of course, I'm saying one of the
That's
factors.
true for everything in India.
Yes, that's just everything. But the point is that senior pracharak, vibhag pracharak, sah prant pracharak, which are like semi-state level, they are not going actively photo and with their shakhas organized. So this has also increased. And other thing what you said is about algorithm. Like algorithm is just like any other tool. They are designed to get you addicted to the thing you like to watch. They want to track what you watch most and they want to give you more. That's what algorithm is. BJP will try to exploit it like anybody else. They have just woken up to it because they are archaic. They're running muskets in the time of supersonic missiles. But the point is that no matter what happens, unless we are serious about addressing what these companies are doing, because they are doing it for profit. And I am afraid it will become incestuous between government after a point.
Yeah, inevitably.
Yeah. Which is a separate problem altogether.
Which has already happened in energy and